You know exactly how many days it has been since your friend posted the new car. You knew the price within an hour of seeing it. You did the math on the monthly payment in your head before you even finished your coffee. And then you sat there, in your perfectly fine apartment, with your perfectly fine car, feeling like something had quietly been stolen from you. So here is the question you have asked yourself in the dark, the one you would never say out loud. Why can't you stop checking what your friends have? The easy answer is that you are jealous. The easy answer is that you are shallow or insecure, or that social media broke your brain. Throw those out. They are wrong, and worse than wrong, they make you feel like a bad person for doing something that every healthy human being on earth is wired to do. This is not a character flaw. This is a mechanism, and nobody will sit you down and explain the mechanism, because most people do not know it is running. So let me be the one who tells you. You are not measuring money. You are measuring your rank. Here is the thing that almost nobody says out loud about wealth. Your brain does not actually care how much you have. It cares how much you have compared to the people around you. Decades of research keep finding the same uncomfortable result. People would rather earn $50,000 a year while everyone around them earns $25,000 than earn $100,000 while everyone around them earns $250,000. Read that again. People will choose to be objectively poorer as long as they get to be richer than their neighbors. That is not stupidity. That is the operating system. Why would a brain be built like that? Because for almost all of human history, survival was not about absolute resources. It was about relative position. Your ancestors did not live in a market economy. They lived in small groups of maybe 150 people, and your access to food, to safety, to mates, to protection when things went bad, all of it depended on where you sat in that group. The person at the bottom of the pile did not just feel a little sad. The person at the bottom died first when the winter came. So your brain developed a constant, low hum of monitoring. Where do I sit? Who has more? Am I falling behind? That hum never turned off. It is humming right now while you scroll. So when you check what your friends have, you are not being petty. You are running a survival subroutine that is millions of years old, on hardware that thinks your college roommate's kitchen renovation is a threat to your place in the tribe. The behavior is ancient. The trigger is new. That mismatch is the whole problem. Now here is where it gets expensive, and here is where nobody warns you. In the old world, your reference group was fixed. You compared yourself to the 150 people in your village, and most of them lived almost exactly like you did. The carpenter could see the other carpenter. The comparison was local, slow, and roughly fair. You could actually win it, or at least make peace with it, because the gap was small and visible and human-sized. Your reference group is no longer 150 people who live like you. Your reference group is now everyone you have ever met, plus everyone they have ever met, plus a curated parade of strangers, all of them broadcasting the single best moment of their entire month. You are comparing your full, unedited life, with all its boring Tuesdays and unpaid bills, against a highlight reel assembled from thousands of people's peak experiences. You are bringing the raw footage to a fight against the trailer. And your survival subroutine cannot tell the difference. It does not know that the friend with the new car is drowning in the loan for it. It does not know that the couple on the beach put the trip on a credit card they cannot pay off. It does not know that the kitchen renovation came out of a home equity line that turned their house into a hostage. Your brain just sees rank, 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 and every single post says the same thing. You are losing. You are slipping. You are at the back of the pack, and winter is coming. That feeling has a name, and the name matters. It is loss. Not envy. Loss. Because the moment you see what someone else has, your brain quietly resets your baseline. A second ago you were happy with your car. Now your car has not changed at all, but you feel like you have lost something because the ground under your expectations just moved. And here is the cruelest part of how you are built. Losses hurt about twice as much as the matching gains feel good. So a single scroll past your friend's new kitchen can wipe out the quiet satisfaction of an entire month of your own life, and you will not even notice it happen. You will just feel a little worse and not know why. Let me say the part out loud that the spending industry depends on you never realizing. This whole machine is profitable. Your rank anxiety is somebody's revenue. Every time you feel that little drop in status, there is a product positioned to fix it. The watch that says you made it. The car that says you are not behind. The bag, the trip, the renovation, the school district. None of these things are sold to you on their function. They are sold to you on your position. The actual pitch, underneath every advertisement you have ever seen, is the same 3 words: catch back up. And because the comparison never ends, because there is always one more person posting one more thing, the catching up never ends either. You buy the car. The drop in status feels better for about 3 weeks. Then your baseline adjusts. The car becomes normal, and someone posts a better one. The treadmill speeds up to match you every single time. You are sprinting, and the scenery never changes. This is the loop that quietly eats people alive. Not in one dramatic purchase, but in 1,000 small ones, each one trying to close a gap that closes for 3 weeks and then reopens. You are not buying things. You are buying brief moments of feeling like you are not at the back of the tribe. And those moments are the most expensive thing you will ever purchase, because they expire and you have to buy them again and again and again. Now here is something nobody tells you about the people you are comparing yourself to. The ones who post the most are usually the ones running the same loop hardest. The new car in the driveway is very often a scream, not a flex. The big visible purchase is frequently the move of someone who feels the rank slip just as badly as you do and is trying to close it the only way the machine taught them. You are looking at someone's anxiety and reading it as their success. You are losing a race against people who are also losing, and all of you are convinced you are the only one behind. Real wealth, the kind that actually buys freedom, is almost completely invisible. It looks like a paid-off car that is 4 years old. It looks like an investment account you will never see because nobody photographs a brokerage statement for the gram. It looks like the absence of panic when the boiler breaks. You cannot see it, so you do not compare yourself to it, so you chase the thing you can see instead. You are running toward the loud, visible, expensive signal, and away from the quiet, invisible thing that would actually set you free. That is the trap, fully described. So what do you do with this? You do not fix this by feeling guilty, because guilt is just another way of obeying the machine. You fix it by changing the inputs, because the mechanism is not going away. You cannot delete a survival subroutine, but you can starve it, and you can fool it, and you can point it somewhere useful. First, change your reference group on purpose. Your brain will compare you to whoever is in front of you. So get the highlight reels out of your face. The point is not willpower. The point is that you would not invite 200 braggarts into your living room every night, so stop inviting them into your hand. Every minute you cut the feed, you shrink the size of the village your brain thinks you are competing against. Make the village small again. Second, when you feel the drop, name it out loud. Say, that is my rank alarm going off. That is not jealousy. That is a 100,000-year-old smoke detector reacting to a photograph. The moment you name the mechanism, you put a half-second of space between the feeling and the credit card. And that half-second is where your whole financial life is either saved or lost. Third, and this is the one that actually works, pick your scoreboard before someone picks it for you. The reason their car hurts is that you never decided what game you were playing, so by default you are playing theirs, which is the game of who looks the least behind. Decide instead. Maybe your score is months of expenses saved. Maybe it is debt paid down. Maybe it is hours of your week that belong to you and not to a manager. Whatever it is, write it down, because a brain with no scoreboard of its own will grab the nearest one, and the nearest one is always someone else's. And here is the last thing, the thing I most want you to keep. The next time you catch yourself doing the math on a friend's new car, I want you to remember that you are not looking at their wealth. You are looking at their spending. Those are opposite things. Spending is what leaves. Wealth is what stays. Everything you can see in that photograph already left their account. The flex is the receipt for money that is gone. So, why can't you stop checking what your friends have? Because you are a social animal wearing a survival instinct that was built for a village, dropped into a world that monetizes that instinct every second of every day. It is not a flaw. It is a feature, badly mismatched to its environment and pointed straight at your wallet. You do not need to win the comparison. You need to leave it. Because the only person who ever wins a race with no finish line is the one who finally stops running, sits down, looks at what they actually have, and realizes they were rich about 4 purchases ago and nobody told them, because nobody makes any money when you stop.